Uh, just dawned on me. I was just testing out my knife, and I should go ahead and get this on film. I haven't taken too much of a chunk out of this. I just to decide to clear off these English ivies, but I chopped at it a couple of times, and you can see I already dug into it pretty good. But I just wanted to show off my new knife. I've not tried chopping down any big trees yet. I've gone along and chopped down some little bitty stuff, much like, 1-inch diameter, what have you. As you see, that's a big ass hunk of wood right there, big old tree. Goes all the way up this big one. But yeah, I wanted to show off what it can do, kind of see for myself what it can do. That's what this is all about, and I decided, man, I might as well get it on film. But let me see if I can pull it around. See, that's the deal on my sheath. So you just pop that, it comes right out. So that's it. It's a big hunk of knife. You can hold it in many ways, do many tasks. Hold it down here while you're chopping, which is probably a lot of what I'm going to do when I'm going upwards. But as just a normal hack in it, you want to see it like so. Then you kind of hold it down here some with your pinky below it, and then you can get your thumb up in here and then go up underneath. And it's actually really nice on the wrist. Then you can move to the side, go back down some, then hold it, like I said, once again, down below, and then come up. Come back around. And then up. Come down. And up. Okay. Now you can see we got a pretty good chunk out of that. I think I want to get a little bit more down this way. See, it's just going through there like butter, this knife. I mean, this is a for real bushcraft knife, you guys. Not no bullshit. Okay, so with all this shit all tied to the vines like it is, once this gets set free, it can do who knows what. So I'm gonna be super careful right now because I'm getting pretty close to this thing wanting to take the fuck off. Alright. I'm not trying to eat as much into it as I was, because not only am I getting a little bit tired, but as you can see, that thing is damn close, and I want it to go that way. This is good, boys. He stays close by. Okay, I'm about into that as much as I want to, and on the video here it's showing 5.5 minutes, so that's not too bad. Back up, buddy. Go that way. I don't know what this tree is going to do. That's a good size. I mean, essentially, if you were trying to build a permanent structure, those are the kind of trees you would want. I mean, see that? It's a big ass, thick ass tree. And the fact that my normal old bushcraft knife can go through these in less than 10 minutes or so, you know, I can harvest quite a few of these each day in any situation. As you can see, this is just about through, so I feel a little dumb videoing. Oh, sorry about that. I needed to make a better pathway, that way I can run if I need to. Okay, I'll show it back on that. Woo! So I didn't get hit, but you can see how big of a damn tree this is. Oh, Jesus Christ. So this went through with relative ease, and I cut that sucker down in less than 10 minutes, 7 minutes at this stage. So at this point, what you would want to do is clear all this shit off, you know, all these goodies that you can make good cordage out of. So some of it you may even want to leave on there and then just tie things together. So that would be about as high as I would want, say, a roof to be if I was just going to put this into the ground. I could leave all those around to like tie some roof material to or what have you, the roof part. But otherwise you can come down here and then, you know, chop you up maybe another one out of there, maybe some roof stuff. But that was really the first time that I tried something that big, that major. I mean, that is a hunk of hell of a knife, you guys. That right there will do everything that I want to do out in the fucking wilderness. So I think I'm set with that guy. Now you always want more knives, right? And this thing is a little bit big for doing your I mean, I whittled a spoon out of this and it did excellent, you know, doing bushcraft traps. I whittled one out of that, this knife, and it does well. You know, you can really get down in there and, you know, do your carvings and shit. As you can see with the front of that, I mean, you can really get in there and skin some stuff too, you know. And the way that this is set up, I mean, it really feels good for any self-defense action as well. I love how this at the bottom end, you know, really fits well in my hand. So having that in there like so, and then these little fingers to hold on to, I mean, it really feels good when I was chopping. It wore out a little bit because it's a big heavy knife and I need to get used to swinging it, but otherwise I think that this is a damn fine knife, you guys. From Four Winds Survival, local here in Georgia. They're actually going to start opening up one down up in Wyoming here pretty soon. But damn good knives. I would suggest getting you one, that's for sure. This is, I guess, turned into a review of the knife, but so far so good. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it up. Let's just see what else it'll do. Whoop. So this tree right here is more off of what I would go for. That tree was more of the extreme. This right here is what I would actually shoot for. Something that roughly 2-inch diameter, and that's really what you want to work with for the most part. So with a normal 2-inch diameter tree, probably 3 inches further on down here. I don't like killing these trees altogether, so we shoot them up high. Okay, see how fast I worked that in there? Now this tree will want to go that way, so I'm going to help it go that way. See, there you go. So within, I don't know, a minute and a half, now you can see how much easier it was going through those things. But this right here is about what you would want to build your structure with. So you can collect these motherfuckers with the quickness, dude. All this stuff right here can be your roofing material, and you got a pretty long straight stick for any sidewalls. Or if you're doing a lean-to, that would be perfect lean-to size. But you can't go wrong with that. That right there is probably as big as I'm ever going to be wanting to fuck with. Ever wanting to baton. I mean, say if you're batoning this, you would want to start something of that nature. See how you've got where it starts to curve up. Ideally, you want it on the outside. If a little bit of it overhangs, it's not going to be a big deal. That's actually what this section is for. I mean, this is a big, thick, heavy knife that is meant for splitting wood. You got very long edge, smooth edge with just a thick ass heavy knife, dude. So you would have that in the center here, and you would baton in here. You know, I would hold this, and this, what I'm using my hand to hold the camera, is essentially what I would be batoning with. This right in here is really good for the batoning. It's good for doing, like I said, your close-up stuff, you know, that kind of action. Holding it back here gives you more leverage, and also better off for cutting downward, or upward, I mean. And this right here also has the 50-degree angle. That way you can use your striker and light some fires. Beautiful, beautiful knife. I think Crocodile Dundee would be proud, you guys. But that's all I wanted to show. I wanted to see what this thing would do on some major tree action. I think it's going to do quite well. It's going to do everything I'm going to fucking need it to do, which is perhaps build some lean-tos, maybe some permanent structures on particular outgoings or what have you. But I'm gonna peace out, you guys. Love you. Boom.